A very good evening to you all. Welcome to Flames of Love, where we ferret around the secrets of love that lasts. On this show, we fill in the gaps in marriages, relationships, and the many issues of love and life. My name is Beatrice Sanaju. Confusion over roles is one of the most stressful aspects of contemporary marriages. In earlier generations, where the husband was the sole provider and the wife the homemaker, there was little confusion about who will do what in the marital home. But in recent times, the tables have turned. How do we strike a balance? Our topic today is marital roles. Who does what? I have with me here a gentleman who has been married for years to share his experience with us. My guest today is Mr. Isaac Ishen, and Isaac Ishen is the Chief Executive of Smiles and Grace and Smiles Foundation. And today he's going to tell us a lot about how his marriage experience has been, and we will pick up some bits and pieces to make and mend ours. Okay, so you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's good to have you. Thanking you. You're also looking there. I like the couples and worship in your time.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
so
talk about that later.
great. So how was the marriage experience been for you?
It's been a beautiful, wonderful experience, and I mean every vocabulary should count when it comes to marriage. Every vocabulary should count, because you would play a little of everything anyway in a marriage. Yes. Yeah. I married very young, and I'm going by God's grace.
So for how many years are we looking at?
Currently, I'm in my 5th year. So
Wow.
it's been beautiful.
Great. Okay, so I want to know who does what in your home?
It's a very interesting question to ask. Like in the olden days, when we had roles like daddy does something, mommy does something. I am from a Christian background, so usually when most of my friends ask me about roles in marriage, the first thing I tell them is we have to look at what Christ says about marriage. And then when it comes to marriage as a Christian, the first key we should look at is the God kind of love.
Okay.
If we have the God kind of love, we can start talking about rules. If you have love, as in just love, and you don't have the God kind of love, the God kind of love in 1 Corinthians 13, which when we pick each and every word there and we are to follow, you would see yourself Christ-like. So if you have the God kind of love, marriage one becomes excellent and beautiful and very comfortable for you to be in. Then we can talk about rules.
Oh, great. So we know that First Corinthians tells us that love is kind, love is patient. So it means that if you have to share roles, you wouldn't be thinking about it carnally.
Thank you. Because if you start looking at the carnal parts of yourself, you begin to break the marriage down in pieces. Now, let's get deeper a little into the Bible when it comes to rules in the Bible. First of all, the Bible tells we the men that Christ is our head and we are the head of the woman. That doesn't mean that the woman is just under you. Yes, the woman has a beautiful role to play. We'll get in there gradually. But Christ has made us the head. So meaning one of our first roles we look at is leadership. Yes. And if we are looking at leadership in the Bible in the beautiful way, it is not the harsh type of leadership whereby you act like a boss. If you act like a boss in the home, the marriage begins to break down. But if you act as a leader in the Christ setting, your first role as a man, the leadership begins to work, because you are picking it from the Christ-like aspect. So that is the first role of the man. He has to be
A leader. That's great. So was it easy for you to share roles in your house with your wife? From the beginning of the marriage up to now, so we are comparing before and after. Yeah.
Okay, so personally, as a person, when it comes to my home, I like doing house chores. One of my hobbies is cooking. Sometimes people see they feel like I'm doing anything. One of my hobbies is cooking. I'm not saying my wife doesn't cook. My wife doesn't know how to cook. She's an excellent cook, but it is my hobby. So if you come to my home, the roles are not specifically like shared. Yes. So I'm free. I can pick up this thing. I do it. She's free. She can pick up this thing. She does it. So it makes the home very comfortable. Oh, honey, I'm a little busy. Can you pick up this for me? Can you work on this for me? Because I'm available, I get to do it.
Okay.
Yes, and that is a sign of a leader. Leader must always be available, and when you're available, you must make sure that something is happening. So if she's not around, I make sure that everything that needs to be done is done. I clean the home, she cleans the home. I sweep, she sweeps. She cooks, I cook.
Okay.
So it makes it beautiful. We sometimes cook together. Yes.
That's
and
lovely.
the corrections is what I really enjoy most often. You understand? Oh, you should have done it this way before that way. And then you see that it really works, because when I was single, I would have probably put in my onion before I put in my oil. But now you'll be told to put in the oil before you put the onion. So you see the differences clearly in love.
Okay.
Yes, but like I said, we are going to do it the bossy way. We're going to bring the marriage down.
Yeah, okay, so now it's not only about cooking. The last time you showed me pictures of you,
Yeah.
you in the kitchen, I was just imagining how I can even get to taste this kind of food. And
It tastes good. You should come.
because we know that men don't like to cook, and then the few that knows how to cook, they do it very well, and the ones that are bad. So that's just great, and we pray that this continues.
Yes.
So there are other rules like washing of cars. That is it. There is one, and scrubbing of the bathroom and all that, and it creates a lot of problems in some homes. And was that the case of yours?
Like I said, personally, I'm a home person. Yes, so I have only sisters. I'm the only brother. So my mom used to train me just like them. Yeah, so I get to do most of the house chores. So it was not difficult for me in the beginning to help my wife do scrubbing in the bathroom, in the toilets, and all that. Yes, but when I look at some of my other colleagues who are married, who were not beginners in doing home activities, it usually becomes difficult for them. Especially when you look at some ethnic groups, the man is seen to be the Peni, Mira, like the chief of the house. So you can't go say you are scrubbing bathroom, you can't go say you are cleaning toilets. It is the role of the woman. Yes, because you are looking at it from the ethnic background where you are the man. Why should I go and clean the toilets? Why should I go and clean the bathroom? It's not my duty, it's the duty of the woman. So if the woman is not there, you come back home as a woman and there's a lot of mess. But some of us who in the beginning we used to clean ourselves at home. I'm somebody, I don't like dirt and I like dirty places. So if I go to the bathroom and it's dirty, I can just begin to scrub the place. The next thing my wife will do, what are you doing there? Oh, I'm scrubbing. Oh, you. So not very little thing. So if it's not something you were doing, when you enter into marriage, it will become very difficult for you to do. So if the woman also doesn't understand real love and the Christ-like kind of love I was talking about, she will also begin to murmur in a way. And society will let her know it is her role to scrub, to clean the house, even wash the cars. Yes. But in our modern setting, the roles must not just be shared. If it's shared, it must be done in love.
Okay.
Yes, with each other feeling comfortable to do it.
Okay, so I was just coming to that philosophy. Do you think that education and religious background can play a factor in this marital roles?
Yes, it can. Yes, education counts. Religious factors count. Like I'm still talking about Christ in my speech a lot. I'm a Christian. I've been taught to love the Christ-like way. Yes, so somebody who is not a Christian and doesn't understand this kind of love might have a different way of applying rules in their home. Education counts. We've gone to school, so you begin to understand that there are certain things you need to do as a man to support your wife. You get it? Yes, there are various marriage seminars now people attend just to build a beautiful marriage. But if you've not gone to school, if you don't have that kind of education, why would you want to even pay money to go and sit in a marriage seminar? Why would you want to read a book about how to have an excellent marriage? Yes, how the kind of rules you should pick up as a beloved husband or a beloved wife. If you're not going to school, you'll be trained in the society way, and if you are not following the society way, you now see the marriage coming down.
So should a man do these things? If a man is supposed to share the roles with the wife, would you say that if society sees a man, they would say that the man has been fooled?
For that one, it's not easy. I tell you, society seeing you doing some of these things would definitely let you know that one, you've been fooled. Two, you are not playing your role. Three, either you are not the head of the house. It's like something is missing. Yes, so that's with that aspect now. Society is beginning to play a major role in your marriage. Yes, but remember that the marriage is the man and the woman. They coming together to become one. So if the two of them understand and they are very beautiful and comfortable in their home, not having arguments about roles, who is cleaning, who is paying bills, who is doing what at a particular time, I encourage those couples to still stay tight and not involve society in their marriage. If not, the marriage will begin to come down. The joy in it begins.
Okay, so where do we strike a balance? Where do we strike a balance? Those that you are a believer, someone is not a believer, and the person would definitely not understand why I should assist my wife. At the end of the day, I'm paying the bills in the house. Why should I do that? They feel so big. So then, do you think that doing these things can save marriages?
Doing this thing, one, can save marriages. Two, depending on the couple. Yes. Like I said in the beginning, if the couple are looking at their marriage from the societal aspect, we've met a lot of people who are married. So in the society, I see that, oh, when I was not married, I used to see this time, so and so. When I was staying with them, Mr. This doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. So you bring that into your mind because you saw that. Yes, and it's quite difficult to find marriages whereby the couple really understand and play roles together easily. Whereby you go to some houses, some of the women are even paying the bills. They are not complaining. They don't even let it look like they are paying the bills. Yes. So if you are coming from that kind of home, you begin to also take it into your home to let your partner understand that it's not what you see out there, but what the two of us understand. If it's very beautiful for us, if it's okay for us, we go with it. But if we pick what you saw from some other marriages and you bring into your home, it might not work for you. Yes. So the balance still stands between the two, which have become now what? Now.
Great. Okay, so the balance still stands. So the two shall become one, and together we can make our marriage work. It's still Flames of Love right here on Facebook Live with me, Beatrice Sanaju. And today our topic is marital role. Who does what? Your comments and your questions are so welcome. We will be glad to read all of them and answer your questions. And today I have another guest, and he is a man of God, he is a counselor, and he is a friend. And today my second guest is Prophet George Alan Drummond, and he's joining us to discuss this topic on marital roles. Okay, so it's so good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so then you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so today we are discussing marital roles, and I want to find out, is it necessary for us to discuss this?
It's very necessary because the roles are like the contract. It's like a contract between the two of you, knowing what to do at what time. So it's necessary that we all talk about these things to know what you expect from each other. You cannot enter into something without knowing what you are going to do. So knowing what to do is very necessary at every given time, and it is very necessary that we talk about this, and everyone knows that this is what I'm to do, and the other knowing that this is what I am to expect from the other.
Okay, so great. I want to know, should we discuss this during the courtship period?
Yes, that is why the last time I said that we must date before we enter into relationship, and we must be in a relationship before we enter into marriage. This must definitely be discussed when you start dating the person. That is when the person is your friend. You get to know these things from the person. What do you think should be the role of a man in a marriage? What do you think should be the role of a woman in a marriage? You must know these things. And with the passion with which the person speaks about that thing, you must read all these things. Because if somebody will say, well, a man is supposed to pay all the bills, this, but I don't care if I'm also to pay it, I don't mind. A man may also say that, well, a woman is supposed to cook, blah, 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 blah. But if it gets to the point where I need to cook, I don't mind. You see, you must read in between the lines, see beyond what you are looking at, and listen beyond what you are hearing, to know before you accept to even be in a relationship with a person and graduate into a marriage.
Great. Okay, so I have some few comments here that I would want to read. Pastor Gideon Osei says, I'm watching you, Osofo. Oh, it's good to have you online. Thank you so much, Osofo, for watching. And Nana Ayim very much JC the second. Thank you so much. He said, I'm enjoying the discussion. Freddie, who is watching. Hi, Fred. How are you doing? And Sami Dafo says, you're looking good, boss. And he said he's enjoying the show. Okay, so Prophet, tell me, shouldn't the woman be doing these roles, like the roles in the house? Is it the woman's duty?
I personally believe that there shouldn't be clear-cut or strong stance when it comes to roles. Whether cooking, washing, ironing, no. It should be that whoever is available at what time should do what must be done at that period. Maybe I may be available at a particular time, but I may not be a good cook. But I tell men that, hey, listen, now there is internet. Whatever thing you want to cook, just get a recipe on Facebook, YouTube, watch the video, and cook. Your wife would even be happy if you cook and it is salty or didn't cook well or something. She would applaud your effort. She'll be happy, and you become good at it. What if your wife, God forbid, becomes sick? Who will be cooking? Will you be buying food from outside to feed the kids? How can you assure the quality of the food from outside? You see, we must learn to become whom we need to become. So I don't believe in sharing it necessarily. We must all adapt, adjust, and accommodate to be able to pick up these things and do them. I mean, if I need to wash my wife's panties, I should wash them. Why should she wash my boxer shorts and my panties, and I cannot wash hers? You know, the earlier person was saying that society had fashioned us, had boxed us into believing certain things and in living in a certain way. So when a man washes the wife's panties, he cannot come and hang them, but the wife can wash the husband's boxer shorts, panties, come out boldly and hang them. And even people clap for her. Oh, by the way, you're there, pal. This lady really does well. What is wrong with you washing your wife's pants and bra? What is wrong with it? And I mean, if you are not careful, by the time you realize the woman has become a servant in the home, you know, where the man will put the legs on the table, watching TV, and the woman will wash, cook, take care of the child, do this, do that. You know, do something at every time.
Okay, so can you say that can failure with discussing these great marriages? Should we discuss this? Like, should we discuss it even during the dating period? Should we discuss who does what in the house? Should we discuss it? Because if we don't, and now I go to work, I come back, I'm so tired. Let's say I come around 7 p.m. My husband came around 5 and nothing was there. Let's say there was even soup or stew in the fridge. All that was needed was rice. And the man won't cook, but wait. We are not saying it's a man's duty to cook. Should we discuss these things?
It's the man's duty to cook. It's the woman's duty to cook. It's the man's duty to wash. It's the woman's duty to wash. It's the man's duty to clean, it's the woman's duty to clean. If the place is dirty, it's dirty for both of you. If the place is clean, it's clean for both of you. So when the other person is not there, one must pick up the tools and work. You don't need to wait for your wife to come and cook necessarily. If you don't know how to cook, learn how to cook. Thank God, now you don't need your mother to learn how to cook. You need the internet now. You are not living with your mother is not with you, your guardian is not with you. Get on YouTube how to cook rice. It is very easy. Even when you want to prepare a preparation or a food that is foreign to you, when you get on the internet, you see the recipe, everything. They will walk you through it. All that you need is your data, and you watch it. So you don't need to leave the stuff for your wife and all. It's so beautiful. Let's say one weekend, the man is washing, the woman is rinsing and hanging, or the woman is washing, the man is rinsing and hanging. So beautiful. Within that period, you get to talk about a lot of things. You get to chat. You laugh. It's so beautiful. But the woman may be in a hall, or the man may be in a hall watching television or movie, and the other, no. So I don't believe in sharing it strictly. No.
Okay, so does education and religious religious beliefs influence the philosophy of marital roles?
Yes.
How does it?
Education, religion, and also tradition. Most often tradition. You see, in Christianity, the man is preached to be the head, okay, by the good book. Now, in Islam, it's same. You understand me? But in certain societies or certain religions, it's not so. And in certain traditions, a man can lead and a woman can lead. In certain societies, it's the woman that leads. I was watching a documentary, I think, on one of the television stations, and it was, in that city, everything is willed to the woman. The woman leads. Okay, when it's time for marriage, it's the woman that goes to seek the hand of the man in marriage. That is their culture. So it will influence how they live in their marriage. In certain jurisdictions, also, the man has absolute control over the marriage. You see, so these things play a major role in it. But as we said, I think in our last but one program or last program, we said that everything that you are doing in the marriage must be born out of love, and love is seeking the interest of the other. So you ask yourself, this particular thing that I'm doing, this thing that I'm trying to do, this thing that I'm holding on to, is it in the interest of this person? That is the most important thing. Because there are people that have been to school, but because of their religious beliefs or their cultural beliefs, and some also do not really understand their culture, and some do not really understand the religion that they are holding on to. And because of their misunderstanding of it, their interpretation and their exhibition of it is not right. So that is also a very, very challenging point. But hey, if you let love lead, there will not be any trouble.
Okay. So is the woman's place vacation in marriage?
In marriage, 100% no. No. The woman's place is everywhere in the house. The man's place is everywhere in the house. If the man cooks, it will be cooked. When the woman cooks, it will be cooked. The woman didn't cook a perfect meal in one day. She did it over and over and perfected it. If the man doesn't know how to cook, he should do it over and over, and he would become better in it. So you shouldn't say that, well, it's the woman's duty to do it. No. If you are home first, do it. If you are home, whoever that is home first should do it. That is all. But I will tell the women also that if your man can cook, don't let it become his responsibility, or don't sound as if it is his responsibility. There are some that will go like, but you two, you know how to cook, so why didn't you cook? You see, there are men also that come back from work and all that. They didn't find food. Instead of asking, oh, what happened? No. You know you are the one that's supposed to cook, so why didn't you cook? You see, no. You see, the food should not be important to you more than the person you are married to. So you must ask. Are you okay? Is everything fine? What happened? Why haven't you cooked? You get me? You must seek the person's interest first. Let the person tell you something before whatever that you've got to discuss. We go on to it. Not the food. How many times can you eat in a year? In a day, in the 24 hours, how many times can you eat?
So then it means the language and the way we talk matters here.
100%. It means a lot. How you portray something to somebody matters. Even when you are angry, you must definitely be mindful of what you say. When you want to communicate something to somebody, I've heard a lot of people, even myself, we talk about communication. It's not just the communication, it's how you communicate. That is the most important thing. Because if I tell you that, pick it, and I tell you, please pick it. In all of this, I communicated. I want that particular thing to be picked. But how I communicated would either make you pick it grudgingly or not at all. So how we communicate matters a lot. So when I tell you that, sweetheart, looking at my salary and your salary now, and this thing that we want to build and blah blah blah, I want us to do it this way. That since mine is higher than yours, let me use mine to pump it into the project, so that we can be fast with our project, so that we don't need to be renting next year or next 2 years. Now, with the little you have, sweetheart, let's use it to take care of the home, like the bills and the fees and this. This is understandable, not necessarily cutting up a role for somebody, but this is something to help the two of us. So we come into some sort of agreement, but it's not a fast rule. If we have to put these things in, my money into the building, and we realize that no, this time maybe Pakwesi is sick, Nana Kojo is not well, or Efua is not well, so we will need more than the salary of my wife, then I would need to bring my money and add it to this money. In fact, even when we are married, there is nothing like your money and my money. We are together, so it is our money.
We'll definitely talk about this financial issues in marriage some other time. But I really want to know, is it okay for the man to scrub the bathroom?
With what I personally believe and accept is, if the two of you are the only ones that share the bathroom, then it is okay. It is okay. With me, if myself, my wife, my children, no problem. But if there are other persons that use that place and my wife is not safe, I think she should be the one doing it. Yes.
Why?
Okay, because you see, whether we like it or not, we live in a society, we live in a community that have certain beliefs. And if you would not want your wife to battle radicals, then it is better you let her do that. Because there are some things that you cannot take a strong exception to if you are in the midst of people. But if you are alone in your house, it is okay. As I said earlier, a man should be able to wash the wife's panties. But if you are living in a compound house, when you wash it, let her go and hang it. Don't go out as a man and go and hang it. Because of the stigma, it wouldn't help you. It wouldn't help you, bro. You would hear something outside that would bring something that you don't want to see or you want to hear. So in your room, in your private setting, you can wash her bra, you can wash her pants and everything. Then she goes out to hang it. That is it. Okay. It's okay. If you are in your own house, in your private house, or you are living in a flat or something, that you have your private dry line, you can wash and hang, and it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So when we were talking to Nana earlier, he was telling me that he cooks, he does everything in the house. You know, and in the olden days, or even now, some friends or a colleague can see that a man is doing this for the wife, and they will say, oh, where they were saying, or only he's not in charge. Must the man always be in charge of things in the house?
Well, like you said of Nana, I like to cook. I don't like washing dishes. I don't like washing dishes. I like to cook. I don't like somebody washing for me. I see washing as punishment. So I myself don't like washing. So I don't see why I should let somebody wash. Okay, that's it. When I say somebody, I mean my partner. Thinking that in my mind it feels like I'm punishing the person. Okay, that may or may not be right in a person's setting. That is different. But that is how I see it. But I love to cook. That is what I do. I don't like washing dishes. So normally when I cook and I do everything and I'll leave the dishes, then my partner also can say that, okay, let me also do this. That is different. Now, must a man be in charge? There must definitely be a person that is in charge. Okay? Because if you are alone, you are one. But when you are more than one, you are a group. Wherever there is a group, there must be a leader. Okay? When there is a group, there must be a leader. And if we are living without a leader, we're going to have a problem. And if we have two leaders, then we are having a body with two heads. And that will create a monster. We don't want to create a monster. We want to create a beautiful picture. Alright? Therefore, one must definitely lead. And depending on your religion or your tribe or your background, you may choose the man or the woman to lead. Where my background as a pastor, as a Christian, the man is to lead. The background of somebody else may be that the woman is to lead. It depends on who are involved in this picture. All right, but definitely there must be the person that is calling the shots. There must be one person saying that let's leave, let's go, let's sit, let's do this. But that person must do it in consultation with the other.
Okay, so then it means that there should be some discussion, some form of discussion from the beginning. I mean, onset of the relationship. I mean, we are courting and we want to marry. If we want to marry, then we should discuss certain things. As you just said, I don't want to wash. You hate to wash, and maybe your partner loves to wash. Okay, baby, I think when we marry, I wouldn't want to assist you in washing. I think if these things are made clear, so much expectation will not be needed to make the marriage work.
That is why I said in the beginning that conversations, discussions are very necessary. So when you start, you must talk about these things. What do you love to do? What do you not like to do? Why do you not like doing it? Is it from my childhood? Your mama between Chelsea Musa, I was the last born. Your mama between Chelsea Musa, and growing, I saw it more as a punishment than a duty. You see, when I was so I didn't like it. So I've grown not to like it. You understand what I mean? I've grown not to like it. I'm not saying it is right. I'm being vivid with you. I want to be clear with you. I cannot come to you and hide. I must tell you what it is. That's why I'm using my personal example. Yes. So I don't like this. She knows I don't like it. Is it a problem for her? No. Yes. If it is a problem for her, we have a discussion about it. Okay? And the most important thing that many have neglected is helping the other. Not necessarily helping the person to pick something, but helping the person become whom you want the person to become. I don't like washing dishes. If she wants me to like washing dishes or pick up that role, she must find a way to get me to do it, but not to push me, because from my child I've been pushed to do it. So when you try to push me, I'll rebel against what you are trying to do. So you should find another way. Okay? Thank God my partner is okay, so I don't have a problem with that. But when it comes to washing, when I wash her stuff as well. When she wash my stuff. Okay? That is just it. Whatever that it is, today I can choose to cook, I cook. She wants to cook, she cooks. You get what I'm saying? There should not be a strong line that by all means, this is what you're supposed to do. unless you are a housewife. So when you are a housewife, the roles are declared right from the beginning. That listen, the man says, I am going to work and bring money. You are to take care of every other thing. So right from the start, the roles are declared.
Great. So that means that there was a discussion. There should be a discussion.
Yes.
Because if you don't discuss, the woman will be expecting that you help.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
if I'm cooking and my husband is sitting there doing nothing, I mean, legs crossed, doing nothing. Let's say I've washed in the morning, I've mopped, I've scrubbed, and I have to go to work. I'm in the night shift, and the person is there not doing anything. Definitely, you'll get angry because you'll be tired. After doing all that, you are expected at work. So there should be some form of discussion.
Yes. That's what I've always said. The rules and regulations, terms of conditions must be spoken about before you enter into it. It is very, very necessary. You must ask the person, what do you like? What do you not like? What do you hate? How can you cope with this? What if this happens, what would you do? Have those kind of conversations. Have those, and when certain issues comes up, or even when you are watching a movie together, and a guy is washing a lady's pants, look at the reaction of your partner. You see, certain issues come up. Sometimes you ask a person a question, and they will not answer it the way they need to answer it. But when a situation arises, you get to see the real person. So if you want to know if the person has temper, you ask them, do you get angry easily? Oh no. Then you are going to buy some wachi at a joint, and somebody just came in and says, oh, and you guys have been there, let's say beyond 30 minutes, and this person came in, they are serving the person. That is when you see the anger. That's when you see the person, the real person come out. So sometimes you may not have your answers from the beginning, but as you journey on, you must look at the red flags. You must look at them, how they react. Or let's say a situation, something happened. At once, the person has blocked you. The person doesn't want to talk to you. You see, you must look at all these things. I've offended you and you have blocked me. How do I say sorry?
You come to the house. Come to the house.
How am I sure that you even open your door?
It doesn't matter when you come. You say, "You need him to say coach Amansa."
Yes, it's true.
And to know when you come, definitely we will talk.
We will talk.
Yes.
You see, the most important thing is that when somebody offends you, don't block the avenue for the person to mitigate. You shouldn't block it.
Okay.
Let it be open. And if the person does not come through the door to come and say sorry, that is when you have something more to talk about. So if I offend you, you block me on every platform or on phone calls, everything, and you don't want me to reach out to you, how do I say sorry to you? I now must call somebody to come and tell you and all. So now I have brought a third person into it. I could have just told you I'm sorry, and we could have tried it out together. I'm not saying you shouldn't have somebody that you can talk to, but what I'm saying is that there are certain issues that you can talk about them. You don't need to block the person completely. You have to give them the chance to tell you what they have to tell you and not block them off.
Okay, so it's still Flames of Love, and today we had Nane Shen, and he is Isaac Shen, the Chief Executive of Grace and Smiles Foundation, to share his experience with us. And today it's been an exciting day. We are discussing roles in marriage. And Nana, you've joined us once again.
Yeah.
Do you think that sweet talks would get some of the roles in the house done?
Excellent. Sweet talks really will get the roles going, because like my colleague here, Sophie said, well done, and more to learn. We are grateful. So sweet talks both get the roles done beautifully. Yes, and even in marriage, sweet talks is key. You should have that. So honey, I want bamboo and okra. Oh, but you know I just finished washing. Okay, so I'll help you. I'm going to set up the fire. Okay, so you set up the fire. Okay, so you get the dishes. Okay, so you start mixing the condo and whatever. So you get the fire done. She brings it. You are sitting by her. or chatting, you raise up a conversation, it's funny, but you are getting your Barbuda anyway. You
Yeah.
get it? Yes. So how you approach it to get that particular thing done is key. Oh, and the bathroom has not been scrubbed for like 2-3 days. Oh, I was tired. I wanted to use on Thursday, but I didn't do it. So maybe on Saturday. Okay, so you try it. Okay, so on Saturday. Honey, Charlie, the bathroom is part of the target, you know, it's good to go. So you've made your point right in a nice way. But like my colleague said, not the shouting. It is your duty. I mean, if she doesn't treat the dryer, what happens? You only scream, you only shout.
Yeah.
You get it? So the sweet talks makes.
Going to the market.
Yeah.
Do you often go to the
I
market?
like to go to the market. So when I go to the market, I get the things cheaper than she gets.
How?
Oh, the women. Oh,
Because
my,
you
yeah.
know that we the women are.
That's what you guys always say, but
Yeah,
when
we
I
can
go to the
bargain.
market, when I go to the market with my wife, I mean, they would want to give me more than she will bring. Because by the time she will finish, they will let them know that I didn't buy anything. But they fancy to see the man holding the basket in the market and you are shopping.
It's never done.
What?
Once in a million.
They'll give you all the tomatoes. I mean, I'm like, no, I don't like this one. This one, you have to add some. Then another person will oh, me rah. You get it? So you get to bring the things home nicely. Yeah. So if the woman wants to go and get it, you do not force her. But if you, the man, also have time, just go. I always tell people that I want to be one person that would want to make marriage very comfortable and a beautiful place for everybody to be in. Yes, it is not that tight kind of thing that we put in books, and sometimes I even get worried people go for marriage how do you call it, marriage counseling, and they give them that long list and all that. Let the people be free. Let them flow. Yes, society will look at you. It's key. They will look at you. But I always, like I tell my wife, it's the two of us. If they, let them say all that they want to say. If we are happy and in 30-40 years we are still hitting. My parents celebrated their 32nd anniversary just yesterday.
Oh,
yes,
great.
and I got my wife to call my mom and she was like, oh wow, and she was like, 32 years. I said yes. My dad will have to go to the kitchen. We cook sometimes. We wash.
Okay.
And it's beautiful. My dad also likes going to the market. Anyway, so how the two of you will build it will make it work. So going to the market is.
You are not shy?
I've never been shy going to the market. I've never been shy.
Also,
I've never been shy.
I go to the market every day. I buy stuff every day. You see, it's beautiful. And I've always told people that if you are a man, you're a man, do whatever you can to make your wife happy.
That's it.
You see, if your wife is not beautiful, people don't respect you.
Mm-hmm.
really?
I'm telling you.
So the beauty brings the respect.
I'm telling you. You see, when people are talking to you in a particular way, one day your wife comes around, say, hey, wow.
Yeah.
You know, there is some kind of. So when I like to treat my woman good, that is it. I like to treat my woman good. And even when, even if somebody takes me for granted, I have sworn to myself that I will not stop being good. Okay? Because it's so important that you be good to your woman. It makes her feel proud. And even when she's introducing you to others, when her friend has an issue and she listens to the friend, my husband goes to the market, he cooks, you see. But I'm by no means saying that those who don't cook are bad. Everybody and the place, you know, everyone has a specialty. Okay, somebody's own is to wow the wife with gifts.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's own is to give the feet massage and all. Everybody has yes,
Yeah.
how they are able to wow their partners. I like to go to the market. I like to buy, and just as he said, oh, the women will treat you good.
So good.
Oh, Mira, bra. Oh, come. The way they even want to talk to you. You see, you see how they want to talk to you and all. It's so beautiful. Okay. And one time, I went to the market to buy stuff, and the woman that was selling pepper to me, I told her, oh, she should mix the pepper. I wanted the red and the green. And she was asking me, why do I want it? I said, oh, it gives it a different flavor. She said, oh, my métier. Oh, my métier. You see, she was referring to her husband. Oh, my métier. That man there, secret mom. You see, she was so happy. She gave me more.
Yeah.
You know, people have lived in marriages that it feels impossible for the man to do these things. You know, sometimes I go to the kitchen and I tell her that, look at the onions. I know your eye. You know, it will hurt your eyes. You see, not because she can't cut them. Before she met me, she was cutting them. You see, but I just wanted to feel okay. The desire, the feel to make her become good, great, feel okay. That is the goal. And if she has the same towards you, you are in forever.
That's it.
You are in forever.
Yeah.
Her interest at first, your interest at first.
That's it.
Done.
But do you think that when women are so much, when they are stressed, they can flare up easily?
It happens to everybody.
I think they call it
Everybody.
mood swings or something.
It happens to everybody.
Mood swings.
Today you are there, tomorrow you are here.
No, but I mean, me for instance, if I work for a long time and I get so tired, it becomes very difficult for me to even open my mouth. So I'm just imagining putting my shoes in other people's shoes. I mean, I just want to know how other people feel, because you can work and your feet will hurt like since morning.
And you come home, he has prepared you some nice meal with ice cream. And
That would be splendid. In fact,
but society doesn't like it that way. Like, as you have come with your sweat and you enter the kitchen, you get to work in there. Which one would you choose?
I want the cappuccino.
Thank you.
And
Yes. So you have to make it work in the home.
you see, so now that means that we should cease discussing marital roles with other people, because I'm thinking that if my husband washes my panties, it's between the two of us. Why should a third party know?
If he can remove it, he can wash it.
I wonder.
He can remove it, he can wash.
I wonder.
Okay, but there are people who don't want to do that.
You see, it's not their fault, it's the fault of their parents. Their parents taught them to become.
Yes. Or wherever they stayed.
Yes, or whoever raised them.
Yeah.
Because if I may have stayed in a particular community, but my first teacher, or the one that teaches me more, is my guardian or my parents. So I learned from them. All right. If your parents had taught you that, hey, listen, you must play your role and she must play her role, or the two of you must do this, do that, or they might not have even said anything to you. You may be watching as they do. Okay. But sometimes also, some of us were raised by a single parent. Okay. So sometimes you may not see a mother and a father doing something that you might say. So it also has an effect. Yes, it really does have an effect. And if you are raised by a single parent, and that parent did not do the best to raise you in a balanced way, you might grow hating men or grow hating women. You understand me? So that balance is very necessary. If you are raised, especially if there was a problem between your husband, your mother and your father, and they parted ways, and you went to stay with one of them, then the one will be demonizing the other. So and it will get to
become one.
Yes. So you become one bias, you see, and by the time you realize, you're either saying women are so and so, or men are so and so. So it has this thing that. No, somebody is like, na me papa na busu oba pioto. Me here ready me wo. We me ba no. You see? So dramatic.
Yeah.
You see? You have no idea where your son has been taking them off. You have no idea. If he is using his hand to touch you, keep quiet there.
But I think that one stirs up the love.
It's this like,
Oh yes, it is.
so sweet, so beautiful, so beautiful. It should not be that you are forced to do it. It should be that you love to do it. You are seeking the interest of the other. That's all. That is just it.
Okay, so Nana, your last words before I acknowledge my sponsors and all that.
Okay, so I would like to say a beautiful thank you to all your viewers and everybody who has made it possible for this to happen. And I know a lot of people have learned a lot of things within the short time. So my last words to anybody watching us or someone who would watch us after is that one, do not fear what is called marriage, and two, remember that when it comes to roles in marriage, it is you and your partner. It's the two of you. Communication is key. Let it work. What does she want? What does he want? How do we make it work together? Not forgetting that the arguments will come. The little fights will come. I mean, they spice up the marriage. It makes it beautiful. When they come, solve it nicely and still get the roles done beautifully. Not sharing it as if we are in the office and we'll be paid at the end of the month. There's no pay for anybody. It's still love anyway. So let's get it. Thank you.
Well, whoever that is watching, listen. When there is small argument, I quit. Small thing, I've stopped. I won't do it again. I'm going. Grow up. You that you are watching, if that is who you are, grow up. If somebody ever told you that there will be no argument, it's going to be laughter, they lie to you. Because you may not even really know yourself. We are all discovering ourselves every single day. So your partner may do something to you that will stir something inside of you that will bring up this argument and all of this. But let love lead. In your anger, be mindful of your words. Hey, grow up. When you are angry, be careful of the things you say. Because the anger will not be there forever. But the words, the impact of your words will be there forever. It will be remembered. So be careful.
Thank you so much. So I have some few comments. Isaac Daku said, the beautiful Beatrice Energy. Thank you so much for calling me beautiful. I'm really blushing right now. And Isna says she's repping live from Kaswa. Sunna Ma Hikma, it said it's great and great show. And Mauli Queen Favorite says nice one, but please social distancing. And your face matters as well. Okay,
okay. Yeah, we hear you.
Thank you so much for your comments. We really appreciate it. Okay, so it's been an hour here on Flames of Love with me, Beatrice Senaju, and I can't go by not thanking you. Nana, I thank you for making the time to let our viewers know some of the things that spice up your marriage in terms of marital. God bless you and bless your marriage continually. Prophet, I can't thank you enough. God bless you so much for the impact you are making. Oh, and I was gracefully made up.
Wow.
I was gracefully made up, and in fact my makeup and my hair was done by Grace Nash Beauty Clinic for your weddings, for your naming ceremonies, for every occasion that you need her for. Please contact Grace Nash, and her contact is 0242 036095. 0242 036095. And Springtime Multimedia for my camera. Thank you so much. And you can contact them on 0272 868 4649. 0272 684649. Karen and Achua, thank you so much for designing the Flames of Love flyers. I really, really appreciate it. God bless your work. And of course, to my producer, Richard Tavia, God bless you so much for everything that you are doing to make this program a success. And Benedicta, thank you for supporting. And my last acknowledgement goes to Mr. Desmond Babs, Iceberg. In fact, he is the financier of the program.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, God bless you. God bless you so much. And I thank you all for watching. Do join us same time on Friday for another exciting edition. Please don't miss it. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.